Hello everybody, my name is Igbarash. I'm here playing Anodyne. I'm joined by Kinsey. Say hi, Kinsey.
Hey, how's it going?
So here
You
we
can't
are.
ask that, so I don't answer that, so it's rhetorical.
So this is Anodyne. Have you heard of this game at all?
I haven't. It's kind of interesting, top-down dungeon crawler kind of deal.
Yeah, like I don't know, what do you call it? It's definitely an RPG. It's like a JRPG, but it's not Japanese at all. It's an indie game made by just two college students that has become famous because it's on Steam. It's like got some community support on Steam. And the hilarious part is the guys who made it, they put it up on Pirate Bay themselves. You know,
Okay.
like Pirate Bay, it's everything pirated, and they put it up on Pirate Bay themselves and wrote a little note like, well, it'd be nice if you could pay us for this game, but if you can't, here it is anyway. Which actually was a really good move, yeah, because it made people like respect them and want to support them. So
Yeah, there's a bunch of research that indicates that, like, just getting more people to, like, getting more recognition for your game or your thing or whatever increases the amount of money you'll make from it.
Yeah,
assuming you have some,
so
like, legitimate market.
Yeah, trying to squeeze cash out of your customers by whatever means necessary. New marketing model for the future.
Yeah, you know, because it's like if I use the Pirate Bay but you don't, and I'm like, hey, this Anodyne game is sweet, it's a JRPG,
then I might
because like I hang out with people, I hang out with people that play that stuff, then you might buy it because you don't fiddle with the Pirate Bay.
Exactly, yeah. But of course that's not
true. So, right,
anyway.
Exactly, that's true at all.
This game's good. It's kind of funny. Like, you might have noticed that I have a broom instead of a sword. That's what he uses.
Yeah,
as
I noticed
his weapon.
that.
And this is, your standard dungeon with puzzles. Did you play, like, the original Zeldas or, like, Link to the Past, anything like that? Did you play any of those?
Yeah, I played the original Zeldas. This reminds me a little bit of, oh gosh, I can't think of the name of the game. There was some dungeon crawler that was basically, well, it was on Nintendo, and then they had a different version on, was it Ghosts and Goblins maybe? No.
Oh, Ghouls and Ghosts, that is a great game, but that's
Ghouls and Ghosts.
That's a platformer.
Yeah, that's a platformer, that's not the one.
I think there is a Ghosts and Goblins, I don't know, there probably is. Why won't this owl get off my shit? Is it even
is that an owl?
I don't know, that's what I think it's what it looks like to me. He won't get off my shit. He's just all up in my shit.
Yes, this is a kind of strange game then. Like, are there lots of like hidden doors and
I would
that
assume.
sort of thing?
I'm not great at it, as has been established in the previous parts. If you watch them, and you can tell maybe by now since I'm getting hit by those things. But I mean, the whole thing was made by two guys. They made the whole game, all the music, all the dialogue, everything.
Oh wow!
Sweet. Yeah, and they're both like, God, I don't know, 22 probably. So it's an impressive feat for a staff of two people.
Yeah, that is really neat.
Yeah.
It's cool the way like older graphics games, if you go in like the 8-bit style, the 16-bit style, you can get away with like a lot less resources to make the game happen.
And in some ways you can be more creative because you have limitations on your engine and your graphic design, but that maybe sort of incites some creativity because you work with a limited tool set. Whereas when you're like making Gears of War, you're like, well, you gotta make the lighting realistic, and we need a whole team for that.
I hate noobs on Gears of War. They always. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, that's pretty true. And then your boundaries are less clearly defined a lot of times. Like you have a modeling of somebody's head, but then that head has a hitbox, and those things may not line up exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's what everyone complains about in Halo and all that shit, Call of Duty. I just could not get into Halo. All my high school buddies were obsessed with it, and I just could not. I didn't own it.
And you got an owl.
Yeah, I got an owl card. What does it say? Why do bats suddenly fly down every time?
Suddenly appear.
Why do bats suddenly appear?
So I think that's a bat then, maybe?
I'm sticking with owl. Who
Okay,
knows?
yeah.
Who knows, man? No, because there are bats in the game. I don't know if they're in this dungeon in particular. But I have been playing this for like, you know, an hour now, and I still have no clue of, you know, what the story is or what we're doing. I'm just kind of wandering around from dungeon to dungeon. I know collecting
just
the
like
cards
hitting
is
stuff with
important,
brooms.
but what the fuck? What's down that stone? I don't even know.
So it just like dumps you off in the middle of nowhere, and
Yeah,
then you just start
like,
walking around.
Your name is Young, and yeah, and that you have a broom. That's all they.
And some cool sunglasses.
Oh yeah. Are they sunglasses or regular glasses? Oh, I'm gonna drown. I drowned. That's probably gonna happen a few times.
Several times. Okay, so you gotta like go with the current and get on the land. Or
I think I'm supposed to grab the dust cloud and float on it, but like you can't carry the cloud over to the next screen, like it disappears when you screen switch. So
okay.
So it's kind of tough. I was like, what the hell? Dust is not my broom anymore. But yeah, I played lots of games like this. Chrono Trigger was a memorable one, which is similar to this stuff. And of course,
great game, really.
Yeah, everyone loves Chrono Trigger. I love the frog in that game. That was my favorite character.
Yeah, I just thought Chrono Trigger was really cool because I think for the same reason that most people do, it was unique with the multiple endings and that kind of thing.
Right. A similar game, Star Ocean, did the same thing. It had like a ton of different endings. It's a lesser known one though than Chrono Trigger. They should totally remake Chrono Trigger, like a remastered HD one. That shit would like fly off the shelves. I don't know why they haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think to some extent, Western culture, like in terms of the game marketers, have kind of went away from the RPG platform. Like they don't feel like it's as
But like every game nowadays has a leveling up element. Even StarCraft, they put it in there with the newest expansion. Like you unlock, like unit dances and skins and shit.
Yeah, but that's sort of the problem, right? Like, you know, if everything's got like an RPG element, well, then what makes an RPG really cool? Like, because it's kind of just, you know, story and moving around and collecting crap. So if you can do that and do something else, you know, wouldn't that be better?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but you know, generic marketing guy would. Like, so.
Generic marketing man. He's a superhero.
I don't know about that. Or super villain. I like that better.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a villain.
Dramatic reverb.
It's generic marketing man. Everybody run! Oh my god.
What are the quarterly numbers? Oh man. But yeah, I think because that's what happened to sort of the side-scroller puzzle game, like King's Quest type games.
Oh, you played King's Quest? I love King's Quest.
Yeah, well, are you familiar with Grim Fandango?
Oh, of course, yes. I played that game probably 3 or 4 times, yeah.
Yeah, so Grim Fandango was actually like, it won Game of the Year, I believe.
Oh, I'm not surprised, yeah.
Yeah. But the issue with that was that it only sold like a couple 100,000 copies, and
really?
So at that point, yeah, like all these generic marketing guys decided that like, okay, this genre is just not feasible anymore.
God, that's terrible, because that game is so amazing. Oh.
It is.
It's a metal detector.
Oh, that explains why it never gets my hair dry.
Yeah. And so they were just like, okay, so like that's why you haven't seen any more of those games like that since then. Is because, you know, because it was too good of a game and then it wasn't successful, so that they just think that the market is dried up.
That's awful.
And yeah, Double Fine Studios did a Kickstarter for one of those games.
Oh,
and
I know, yeah.
Made a ton of money.
Yeah, they're working on that
So
new
that's-
one. Did you? There's a recent video that came out that actually showed a little bit of gameplay. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh no, I haven't.
You
That's
haven't?
pretty
Yeah,
cool
you should
though.
check that
I have
out,
to check it
yeah.
out.
Yeah, it looks badass. It has a name and everything, and they've been working on it. I just don't know what its name is. And it looks like I need an owl to press that switch, probably. There's 2 switches in that room.
Yeah, it was too easy to kill him. Like I
Yeah.
saw you killing him, and I'm like,
Like,
wait, he just seemed like he wanted to die.
Yeah, I gotta drag him to the switch. Boom! Oh well. I love those skelly enemies with the scythe. It's very Castlevania-esque.
Yeah, that's true.
I never played
Castlevania.
Castlevania though. I only played it like on PlayStation. I never played the originals.
I only watched somebody play it.
Yeah. It's too hard for me. It's too hard. Games like that. Like I tried to play. What was I trying to play the other day? Oh, the original DuckTales on NES. I think we were
Ooh,
talking
that's
about
so
this
tough.
yesterday. Oh man, this game's so hard. Oh my god. Yeah, I got.
Yeah, that used to be my crowning gamer achievement was that I beat Life Force without cheating. It's like a really old school game, and you played a spaceship.
Nice.
And you're flying through this, like, you know, it's a Nintendo game, so obviously, you know, skill level very, very high to be any good at
Just
it
use
at all.
Game Genie. What's your problem?